Welcome to Season 6, Episode 9 of the Family Travel Australia podcast. We are Paul, Katie and Jasper from the Feel Good family. Join us as we explore this great country, Australia, its people, places and cultures.
Yes, welcome to the Family Travel Podcast, where we share the latest in RV industry news, road trip travel, caravanning, camping, product reviews, where to go, what to do, and so much more. Thanks for joining us.
Woohoo! This week, we are super excited to reveal our new van. We're going to talk through some of the outstanding features and capabilities, and we take you behind the scenes of our product shoot. Plus, we revisit one of our favourite farm stay campgrounds in Queensland. What a huge week.
Holy dooly. You know, when I think about what we can jam-pack into one single week when we're on the road and we're travelling, it's a lot of good stuff. Well, this past couple of weeks has been huge. Emotions have been running very high. We're all so excited. We're all so tired, but it's just awesome.
Look, it's interesting. My dad used to say to me when he was trying to get me out of bed for school, when I was, just a teenager there and on the Gold Coast, and I was going to Surfers Paradise Primary, actually, and he'd say to me, mate, if you were going to Disneyland, you would have been up an hour ago. Get out of bed.
We might have to start that line with Jasper. Disneyland is the pinnacle of Jasper's vision board. He, if we could transport ourselves magically there tomorrow, he would be out of bed right now packing. So perhaps we need to start using that line with him, because he is renowned for a bit of a sleep in.
Look, I mean, life is full of mountains and valleys, and certainly how you're able to cope in the valleys can determine how you feel when you're standing on top of a mountain. We certainly feel like we're on top of a mountain at the moment, so we will absolutely soak up this view. And to share that information with you, how about I get a drum roll? We've been asking for this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Hang on, go again, because I might have even talked over it by saying one word. Oh, there we go. I think we need a better drum roll. Anybody else agree?
That was average as. But our news is amazing. All right. The drum roll news is Zone RV is our new van, a family sojourn bunk van. Oh, my.
Oh, yes. Now, look, we have to tell you, and for those of you who are regular listeners or watchers of our YouTube channel, you would know that we are all about, chasing our dreams, setting those goals, doing what we need to do to achieve those things that we really want to experience in our life. And this has been the very same journey from the very beginning. Zone RV, it's a Sunshine Coast, Queensland manufacturer.
Queenslander.
Of course, we love that. And we stumbled across Zone RV when we were first researching caravans. Now, this is well and truly before we went and purchased our first van, before we hit the road. This was in those initial planning stages. I think, Paul, you were coming back from a trip
Melbourne.
to Melbourne. That's right. You were at the airport. You were doing what most people do when you're waiting for a plane, and that's something on your phone. You were researching caravans. Paul sent me the link to Zone RV. We fell in love with not only the vans that they create, but how they do it and their leading edge technologies. And we have had that caravan, that Zone RV logo up on our vision board since that day. Now, looking back, my goodness, that's how long ago?
It's four years ago. Yeah.
So this has been a really long time in the making. I love that. When you listen to me talking a lot, it's because I'm so excited. Paul's looking at me like, is she going to take a breath?
It's good. It's so good.
When somebody really makes it in their field, whether they're an entertainer or whatever they are, and people say, oh, she's an overnight success. I love that, because behind that overnight success story is years and years and years of focused, dedicated, hard work to achieve that goal. And I feel a little bit like that with this situation. We've really done what we could and taken those steps and worked our way towards where we are now. And it just is really surreal.
Pinch yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think this is the opportunity really for us to say thank you to everyone out there who has followed our journey, the emails we get every day, the texts through the social media, the YouTube comments. Most of the YouTube comments are always filled with encouragement, and that really is our reward in looking how we try and express our experience, is to do exactly that, to be that mirror and say, be encouraged as well. So thank you so much. And to the entire Zone team, the owner-operator over there, Dave Bigger, and his family, Denise and kids, and then Adrian, a.k.a. Toft, for having the faith in our family to not only continue our adventures and our journey, but to be doing it living in a Zone RV. We are absolutely full of gratitude and thankful that we are actually partnering with Zone. Amazing.
Yeah, we really are. And again, really good people. And you'll know that's a common theme and thread with us as well. We really seek out and love partnering with really fantastic people who have a great vision and an ethos. And this is just so exciting to see where this relationship that we're growing with Zone will take us. And something I'm really excited about is the Zone community too, and reading through so many of the comments off the back of the episode that we released last night, announcing our news from fellow Zone owners, welcoming us to the family. I'm really excited about that community and how we can play a part inside that community as well.
Virtual hugs, that's what it was all about, wasn't it? So good to wake up to as well. And in fact, this episode on the Feel Good Family YouTube channel is doubled any previous video that we've ever released as by way of viewership and comments. And so, I mean, obviously there's a lot of interest around this particular off-road van, its capabilities, and so it's what a gift. All right, let's get on with it. We want to quickly give you some of the internal, external, real features. What are the standout differences about Zone? This is our initial walkthrough. We're yet to live in it and really give some, in situ experiential view of the Zone features. But let's talk about what it actually does offer.
Yeah, sure. Actually, before we do, I will just say we've had so many comments too from people saying, oh my gosh, you guys are going to have so much content now coming up over the next few months, because we almost feel totally green again. Like, this van is so different to what we're used to in terms of it having all of the off-road capabilities and the things that it comes standard with that we've never tried before, even down to, like the toilet is different. So it's going to be really interesting.
Fortunately, we will be fine knowing what to do on the toilet.
Well,
it's
yes.
just how does it operate?
What do we do after that, though? Okay, let's start with the inside of the van. I mean, one of the standout features, of course, with Zone is its real minimalistic, very classic, clean design.
Yeah.
Just beautiful to look at. And I love that because you can put your own personality into it as well, and it's never going to go out of fashion. So let's take you straight down to the back of the van, as Jasper would say, where the fun part is. Of course, we've got a bunk version of the Sojourn. You can get it as a couples only. We are opting for 2 bunks this time around. The major difference here is the amount of headroom that Jasper will have, which is an absolute bonus as he grows. And there's plenty of storage space for him down there with the drawers that are built in under the bunks. He was super excited. He has his own Sirocco fan. Can you believe it? He has his own magazine, notebook, iPad holder at the bed head, a beautiful window as well for him.
Yeah, look, he was such a good boy. We have to say that some of these days that we were at Zone were so long, and he just,
Yeah.
Takes it all in his stride. For
Yeah.
a 5-year-old, we have to give him a shout out.
Yeah, look, he is also as excited as we are and really riding on that wave. So, yeah, it is just awesome. Okay, just next to the bunk area is where the washing machine is located, and again, some more great storage space, and then into the bathroom. Now, what I love again about Zone with the internal colours is that you can choose between chrome or black tapware for your bathroom or kitchen.
Pretty fancy, isn't it?
I know, it is so fancy, and I just fell in love with the matte black full-size shower. Now, as we mentioned, something different for us in this van will be the toilet. We have a composting toilet, a Nature's Head composting toilet, which to date we've never used. We don't know anything about really, other than the fact that they tell us it's a game changer.
Love that term, game changer.
It's a game changer.
Do you know what it is for me, seeing that I'm the guy doing the blue jobs,
Yeah.
as Katie's mum likes to call it? And that is that for off-grid camping, you don't have a cassette to change. It is a composting toilet. You can go up to a month without having to change over the bag, which really just ends up soil, so it's not even considered black waste.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, it just go, be dumped on the garden bed or
Better for you, better for the
in the
environment.
garbage bin. It's amazing.
So cool. If you've got a composting toilet out there and you've got any tips for us, we definitely welcome those. Okay, let's walk back down the hallway back towards the kitchen. I mean, this really is the heart of the van. And again, with that open plan living area, so much storage in the kitchen. Zone are renowned for safer, stronger, lighter building materials with their vans. And you can see the strength with the internal cupboards and drawers. It gives you sort of that confidence to know that, yes, this van is built for the off-road, It's not just somebody saying, yeah, she'll be right, mate. It'll be all right.
You're not going to need the gaff tape.
No, well,
Sort of
hopefully
stick
not.
some drawers down and hope for the best. Another real standout here is the size of those. They're kind of, I think they're referred to as like European style windows. They are massive, allowing that outside environment in.
Amazing.
Everywhere you sit or lay or look from within the van, you're looking out through this series of windows that are like picture frames. It's really beautiful design.
I know, just talking about it, I just can't wait to hitch up and get out there and find some of those amazing environments that we are yet to discover and really enjoy that.
All right, let's check out the lounge room now. This particular van that we're looking at has a chase lounge. It can come with a cafe lounge. It has a Fusion a stereo system with this awesome speaker underneath the seating area that connects to the TV, which means you get that full rich sound through there.
I think I said surround sound. It's not surround sound, but it would definitely feel nicer than just listening through your speaker on your telly.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Big improvement for us. Underneath the main seating, and again, Zone's always known about the weight distribution, the importance of that. I think they're leaders in their field in that regard. So the battery bank, which in this case was 600 amp hours of lithium, more than any family, even a power-hungry family like ours, will ever need.
Amazing.
Positioned over the main axles, again, just to keep that weight low and central to the van. Then we come over to the Red Vision main display.
This is cool.
It is. It is the total management system at your fingertips, right at the front entry to the door. What I love is that it can seamlessly connect to an app on your phone.
Yep.
Which means that you can control all of the lighting, you can check all of your batteries, your water tanks. You can do that from your bed. You can do it from the lounge. You can do it from hanging outside in your naked hammock.
I love it.
Thank you,
love
Nike.
it. It's the technology is really exciting, I think, and that's a massive step up for us now going into a Zone van. And again, something else for us to really wrap our heads around and learn how to not only use but also utilise aspects of this van to their full potential. So it's going to be a really fun and interesting few months as we hit the road in our new van to really get that flow happening. But yeah, the technology is amazing. A couple of standout features in the main bedroom that I absolutely love are these foot locker storage spaces, which are at the points beside each side of the main queen bed. They're a little step up, so I quite like feeling like I'm much taller when I'm standing up there. But they're also a really great use of space that would otherwise, go unused.
Right.
So you lift them up. Plenty of storage space there for things like shoes or maybe some heavier items. I actually think if you could somehow deck it out with some nice foam that was a little bit carved, you could have a pretty decent wine cellar in those footlockers.
I love that idea.
We might have to give that a go. We'll just start putting away a couple of special bottles for when your 12 months is up, babe, and you're ready to have a celebration.
Oh, look, I'm racing towards it, I can tell you.
I'll put it on my side.
All right, let's head back outside the van. I mean, the outstanding new design, which was a really great story how this came about. It came about from Adrian Tofty camping with his family and friends and saying, I'm always inside cooking and handing out through the kitchen window, and his friends were hassling him, come on, mate, get out of the kitchen. Anyway, and he thought, do you know what this needs? It needs an outdoor kitchen as well. So they have created an outdoor kitchen as well as an indoor kitchen, but really fantastic innovation, and for a full-size van to have both is amazing.
Yeah, and isn't that so true? What we have found in our few years on the road and meeting people and forming relationships with people in this industry is that some of these best ideas, these best products come from somebody's experience. Well, how can we do this better? Paul Pont from Outback Tracks with his ground dog pegs is the perfect example of this. There's a problem. This product isn't really suiting my needs. How can I make that better? And I love this story with Tofty, with Adrian. Who wants to be stuck inside when your mates are all out there sitting around the campfire? But what I love is they didn't just whack a kitchen in, that front tunnel boot like you would expect on a lot of hybrid vans. That's traditionally where a kitchen is positioned. Hang on a second. I don't want to be out in the cold, or if it's, drizzly or whatever, let's put it under the awning. Let's put it over the axles. Yep. All of these little things that go into creating a really fantastic feature and design of these new zone vans. Yeah,
look, my dad used to say to me, necessity is the mother of invention. Find a need and fill it. He used to say, you want to be successful in life, find a need and fill it.
And isn't that true? Yeah. I mean, and we see that all the time in this caravanning camping world with some of the incredible products that are out there and available for us to all enjoy.
All right, just a couple more key features on the van external would be the front toolbox. They've, again, designed and built in-house at Zone RV, which is located in Coolum Beach on the Sunshine Coast.
It's a beautiful part of the sunny coast too, isn't it?
Stunning. It really is.
And it's still like the little village of Coolum still feels exactly like that. It hasn't boomed into a Noosa or a Mooloolaba. It's still got it's still got quite that laid back, surfy kind of vibe to it.
Country beach.
Yes.
Sort of style, isn't it?
Yeah, and those amazing mountains in the background, it really is a beautiful spot.
Okay, the toolbox is, I think the big change about this in design is that it's increased its capacity storage by 35%, but reduced the weight by 30%. So the tow ball weight has been greatly reduced, which is going to make towing these vans, again, another step up in safety and comfortability and towing experience, which, all this is about really, like you said, safer, stronger, lighter, making sure that from A to B is as enjoyable as being at B and experiencing the campsite. You want to have a safe journey. You don't want to be stressed. You don't want to be gripping that steering wheel. And I think they've really had the customer in mind here. It's good.
Yeah, and the practical sides of it too, on the toolbox, there's dedicated spaces for your dirty storage, somewhere where you can put your fire pit or your grey water hose so that it's not going to get irky over everything else in your tunnel boot. So I love those little things too, and I think it's a standout difference when, the manufacturer is made up of people who are campers as well. They're out there, they're living this lifestyle as well. So you can really see that in the end result.
Absolutely. Obvious features that normally come with the zone is the one panel piece from drawbar all the way, 14, 15 metres to the bumper bar. The bumper bar is actually part of the chassis, which makes it a lot stronger. So many other features, so many other upgrade options. For us, the exciting part is the off-grid capability of an off-road vehicle, the two things that we've really been challenged with or not been able to actually experience. And so, look out. The next couple of years is going to be choose your own adventure, I'm calling it.
Oh, so awesome. And actually that's a good segue, Paul, to talk about something that Zone do unique with the process of, either going into the showroom or looking on their website. They have this great tool called the configurator. Sounds a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger's going to, pop up from somewhere and start chasing me. But I got to go through the configurator with Mick down there at the Zone showroom, and it's really fantastic, not only because, it's really exciting and you get to scroll through all of the elements.
Very cool.
Yeah. But you can see the live update of not only the price, which is really important, I think, if you're in the market, or even if you're not in the market, but, you're thinking, maybe one day, it's good to see that price, and you can see the weight. And what happens is as you select those particular add-ons or upgrades that you are wanting that are personal to you and your van, the weight and the price changes, so you can see it live clever. As you go. Yeah, that was a really good experience.
I think what they've done as far as innovation and looking at an industry issue is that people come into a showroom, they're sold a van, they walk out, they come to hitch it up. The GVM, the gross vehicle mass, and the GCM of their vehicle does not have the capability or is so borderline on being able to tow that van out of the showroom, So in this instance, even when we did that weight masterclass with Dave Lewis from Weight Check a couple of weeks ago, that had a huge response.
Yes.
The comments that came back to us, which we had not really considered, was, but it's too late once you've bought the car, the vehicle. How do you know? Why can't they let people know? They've answered that. There you go. You can actually know exactly what a fully laden Zone RV is going to be and how that will impact your capability for your tow vehicle. I think this is so brilliant, and again, really considering the safety of the end user in mind.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's really clever and really cool. And look, even if you're not in the market, it's quite fun to jump onto the website and have a little play with it and see what the upgrade options are. And I like that Mick said, we want to make sure that we're providing a van that has everything that you need, but not too much of the stuff that you don't actually need. So you can really personalize it, which is exactly what we will do, even though some of those features are amazing, like the electric awning and, even the electric steps and all of these upgrade features that you can get. For us, we won't necessarily, we don't need all of that fancy stuff. I mean, if you could go in and say, righto, I'll have one with the lot, and you order the Summit spec and boom, out she comes, this amazing carbon fibre van. Yeah. That would be incredible, right? But for most people, there are certain things that you really, really want and need, and there are other things that are just, they'd be nice to have if you could order one with the lot. I think for us, as you said, Paul, the power capabilities, so I don't have to keep bugging Paul with, what are the batteries saying? Have you checked the batteries? How much have we got? Are we good to go? Are we charging? So we don't even have to think about that, I think, because we are really power hungry. And the water. Having those 3 water tanks and one that you can isolate to be a dedicated drinking water tank, I think for off-grid camping, amazing. Truly amazing.
So the adventures that are coming into our content over the next couple of years and beyond will be exciting for us, exciting to be able to share and showcase, of course, this incredible country of Australia. Wow. Yeah. We are really looking forward to bringing that to you. We're going to now just quickly mention about the filming days, because we were asking, well, what was that about? We actually in part of our partnership have been filming what they refer to as the next generation of Zone RVs. These are the 3 vans. The Sojourn, by the way, is a 21-foot van, and then they also have a van called a Peregrine, which is a 19-foot couples-only van.
Yes.
A little bit more manoeuvrability, still all those off-road, off-grid capabilities.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful ensuite bathroom. I was a bit envious when I walked into the Peregrine and saw this amazingly large ensuite bathroom at the back of the van where, of course, the bunks would be if you were in the Sojourn family.
Stunning, yeah. And you can check all of this out on obviously Zone RV's website, zonerv.com.au. But we were filming through their 3 vans. There's 2 specifications, specs as they call it. One is Pioneer and one is Summit, which are the carbon fibre vans. That's, you heard me right there, carbon fibre caravan, the only manufacturer in Australia, possibly the world, that does this.
Incredible.
Yeah, so all up, you've got really 6 vans. So there's, those 3 vans in 2 specs.
Yep.
So we filmed all of that over almost, I think it was 5 days, a couple of 10, 12-hour days there.
Yeah.
Little Jasperoo, he just powered on through.
It was such a great experience, though, and it was a really good crash course for us, a very fast learning of these Zone vans and all of their features. And not only was that great, I guess, for our knowledge base, but also got us so excited about the journey that we're about to embark on. And the whole reasoning behind filming these new product videos for Zone is so that, we can help them improve that customer journey experience as well. And it's really cool because we are a customer too, so we're getting to go on that journey as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Love that. We've got probably 6 to 8 weeks before our van build will be completed. We will be in an interim Zone van.
Yes.
Another, again, thank you to Paul Pont from Outback Tracks for providing the van where we are actually sitting and recording this podcast early on this very cool morning.
Oh, it is really chilly here on the sunny coast.
So we will have a Zone RV in between, waiting for the new van to arrive and roll out the factory floor. We're going to now quickly... the 4-wheel drive, we've been asked about that.
Oh, yeah.
We do have a new 4-wheel drive coming. It isn't a new vehicle. We've found an amazing second-hand vehicle that will allow us, again, a bit more capability. We had to look at the towing capacity. We love our rugged...
Yeah, Rugged X, our Hilux.
But with that automatic 3.2 ton capacity, 3.2 ton towing capacity, it does limit us and certainly wouldn't have the capability required legally as well to be able to tow our new van. So adios, amigos.
Yeah, it will actually be quite sad to get rid of that Hilux because it has been an amazing vehicle, but excited obviously to get a new vehicle. And we've had lots of people saying, oh, what is it? Let us know.
It's a V8 and it is a Land Cruiser, sticking with our unbreakable Toyotas, completely kitted up. This vehicle is outstanding. So we will talk all the way through that and talk about what model and all those things.
Yes.
Once we actually have the keys in our hands.
Yes.
Don't want to jump the gun.
Lots of good content coming up. And of course, we'll be decking out the new vehicle with our trusted MSA products as well. So we'll be able to showcase some of that.
Love it. Okay. We also wanted to mention our farm stay. My parents, beautiful mum Lynn and dad Peter, a.k.a. Papa Feelgood.
Yeah, Granny and Papa Feelgood.
As he's being called on our show regularly. Camping in Susan River Homestead. A beautiful farm stay, family owned and operated. We've stayed and filmed here before. Yeah. We actually featured that in this week's YouTube episode as well. It's
such a great spot, and it's located, it must only be about 17 kilometres north of Maryborough Township. And
it's about the same to Harvey Bay as well. It's
a really good position.
Location.
Yeah, it is. And look, if you love the farm stay kind of vibe. This is a massive, incredibly huge working cattle farm, but they also run horse riding from the farm within the farm grounds. And look, we did that last time we were here and it was just amazing. Like a 3-hour excuse me, a 3-hour ride that we went on with Abby, who's the granddaughter of the original owner, Norm. They're just so family focused. They've got a great setup for camping. They've got like a sort of main camping area where you can be powered near the homestead, but then they have all of this space within the paddocks as well. So if you want to camp unpowered, you can go off and find yourself an incredible spot down in the paddocks and just soak up this amazing environment.
It is a sit back and watch the farm life revolve around you kind of environment. Absolutely beautiful. We've been here in torrential rain.
Yes.
We've been here in these beautiful crisp winter days. There's a 17-acre lake, which is perfect for water sports. You can ski down there, jet skis,
yeah, that's
power
right.
boats.
People even come in just for day use, just to get out on the lake, which is pretty awesome.
The entire property is 1,600 acres.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is stunning. They have like the old school hayride, but it's actually the bread run, and I think it's thanks to a local bread producer. They fill up the back of this covered trailer that would seat about 20 people, and then you're piled up with all of this bread, and they go and feed out their working cattle farm cattle and the horses that are grazing. And
it's so beautiful because as soon as the cows hear the truck coming, they just start running. It's so gorgeous.
They are galloping.
Yeah.
Until you see it. Actually, we've recently, as we mentioned, created a TikTok account, and or I think that's also might be on Instagram as well with the Feel Good family. You can see these cows. They are like puppies.
Oh, they're so beautiful with their big tongues, and they're just, and you can literally hand feed them these massive loaves of bread. It was just such a cool experience, great for kids. So definitely worth coming and you know, spending some time here at Susan River. It's been so nice to see all the comments come in actually about, you know, people saying, oh, we used to go there as a family, or, you know, that's one of our favourite places to take our kids. So
through their love of farm life and family, they've created a place for you and your family to create tradition.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so do I. That's what is here. That was the most standout point of difference for this campground. Absolutely love it. And you can have a fire.
Well, yeah, that's been so nice, especially on these chilly winter nights. Oh, my goodness.
All right. Now, we're going to jump to our takeaway, and it's something that is really relevant to us at the moment, having that 4-year, you know, look back. If we could just rewind into our little time traveling capsule and see what we were doing 4 years ago. We were sticking that picture of Sonar V up on our vision board.
Yes, we are.
This week it is a goal is a dream with a deadline.
Yeah, 100%. And we've spoken about, you know, that deadline factor many, many times in the past. And look, we encourage you, it wouldn't matter what your dream is, whether it's anything to do with this camping, caravanning industry or not, if there is something that you are dreaming about, set a deadline for it.
Love it. And, you know, just taking a step each day, however small or big you can do towards that goal's attainment, I think is super important. For 2 years before we hit the road, we were taking baby steps. There was a lot of them. Financially, we were not in a position to do anything, you know, except try and figure out how to get out of debt. You know, so we really can genuinely talk from that experience that it can seem insurmountable and overwhelming, and that's where you might feel that valley is, you know. But you certainly, as you start walking and taking those steps.
Yeah, 100%. And those little baby steps, they're like little pats on the back at the end of each day, you know. And if you can give yourself a little reward, that keeps you going. That gets you out of bed the next day. It keeps you motivated, keeps that fire burning.
Yes. Speaking of fires, I wish we had one in this van.
Need to put the heater on. We need to stop recording and get the heater on.
All right, let's move on. Next week, Moreton Island with the awesome guys from MSA 4x4.
How exciting. We've been talking about going to Moreton Island for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we've had crazy southeast Queensland weather to deal with, and lots of other things in our lives being here, there and everywhere. And so it's really awesome that we're getting the chance to go over to Moreton. Gosh, I haven't been there since I was a kid. I think we went on a school excursion or a camp to Moreton Island.
Yeah, I would have been a teenager as well, and going there with my family. We went up there for a boat trip. And
That was a long time ago for both of us.
whew, looking forward to it. Highlight over there, dolphins. It's whale season.
Oh,
and the forecast for the weather is stunning. Southeast Queensland winter day, so bring it on.
I actually think that we are going to learn a lot about four-wheel driving with the MSA guys, like it just being with them and catching up and you know, soaking up their knowledge. There'll be plenty of stuff that we'll be like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Can't wait for next week's adventure. All right, for this week, we will say goodbye. We are going to wrap it up. We hope that you and your family are safe and well wherever you are listening, anywhere around the world. For now, we'll say dream big, look after yourself, look after your family.
And happy trails.
Feel the journey, feel the love, feel good family.
Awesome.
Super exciting. Lots of great stuff to share with you coming up over the next little while. Just so good.
Fantastic. All right, take care. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Guys.